Yeah, Dennis. Before we explore some of the meaty topics that you've just addressed there, I want to go to another individual that you respect a massive amount, and I'm actually reminded of a quote by Ronald Reagan in the I believe it was in the 70s. Ronald Reagan said that his 11th commandment, Dennis, which I'm sure
Right.
you've spoken about many times before, that thou shalt not speak ill of any fellow Republican. But Candace Owens, who I know you're a great admirer of, has argued that Ukraine is a rhino, or for my viewers that aren't aware of that, especially here in Britain, a Republican in name only litmus test. Now, she tweeted this, Dennis, and she argued that actually any Republican candidate or elected official that isn't skeptical or supportive of the war effort in Ukraine is a rhino, is a Republican in name only. Now, I wonder, you know, you get to a point where if someone's making that accusation that thou shalt not speak ill of any fellow Republican, that very much is speaking ill of any fellow Republican, is it not?
I hadn't seen it till this moment, and I have to say I'm disappointed. I'm quite close with Candace. In fact, my wife and I were at her wedding. What can I say? It's a very unfortunate tweet. Uh, I have been fighting the left since before she was born. If I'm a rhino, then the word rhino has been raped of any meaning. Uh, I don't consider those who are opposed to aiding Ukraine to be rhinos or to be any whatever one would like to call them. I don't call them names. I just think they're wrong.
Hmm. And
This is disturbing. I have to admit it. I think I'm going to have to call her up.
now, Dennis, I wonder that because it's really struck you in quite a profound way. There's a theme here, is there not? And I don't wish to put words into your mouth. You're more than capable of making them yourself. But is there a rise of skepticism and sort of ideological purism on the right, especially in America, where you've got this polarization? Is this the Trump effect of American politics, or am I, a silly British liberal that needs to stop reading the mainstream media? Because you get out of context clips of Zelensky on Twitter, for example, that later turn out to have been selectively shortened to take out of context what he's actually saying about, American forces being utilized in Ukraine or American taxpayer dollars. Is that what's going on here? What do you actually think is responsible for the fact that large swathes of the American right that you and I both respect and listen to and admire seem to, just be completely wide of the mark when it comes to Ukraine?
I think I this is one of instance where I'm reticent to discuss motives, not for political reasons or fear reasons or alienation reasons, but because it's not entirely clear to me what is. Look, maybe we don't even need to delve into explanations. It is quite possible for conservatives to differ with one another on any given issue. The notion that we have to agree on every single thing, otherwise the other one is inauthentic, will mean only one thing: the left will win. See, I never lose sight of the big picture. The left is an existential threat to Western civilization. Not liberals, they vote left, but they're not leftists in their philosophy. But the left has always been, from Lenin to Soros, it is a threat to Western civilization. And all I care about in the final analysis is defeating the left. Otherwise, we are losing America. I mean, rapidly, truly rapidly, with vast numbers of American children being told that they may not be a boy or a girl, that they will decide for themselves at some later age, and maybe they're neither, the non-binary, as the term is now used. And the calamity of the left, fin- uh, in terms of economics, financially, etc., and then to have a civil war within the Republican Party over Ukraine, well, then you might as well say the game is over. And America was a fine idea for 250 years. And now the opposition to the left has decided to kill each other. I'm not disappointed that people, like Charlie Kirk and I, are very close. For example, we speak regularly. I speak for TPUSA regularly. So we don't agree on Ukraine. So I think he would say, "So what? Have I lost my affection and respect for Dennis? And likewise, have I lost my affection and respect for Charlie?" But if this is going to tear us apart, then the Russian invasion of Ukraine will have turned out to be the greatest blessing the left has had in recent history.